morning! It's a new day.
Uploaded my video this morning, got hit with a copyright claim, so I took it back down, and I almost have it finished again. I had to change a couple songs in it. Oh, copyright sucks, I'm telling you. Like, I had it, I always search for copyright-free music. It was labeled as copyright-free, but it wasn't. I mean, you gotta search through the comments when you look at videos, like listen to songs that are labeled as copyright-free, and you gotta go down through the comments and see who else had the same problem. And I didn't see any comments that said that it was copyrighted, so I used the music, and I got hit with it. So, took the video back down, changed the music, reprocessed it, which took several hours, and it's about to upload again. Hopefully I'm good this time. Today, I'm going to do some
bodywork on the Jeep, just a little bit. Oh yeah, the Jeep. Oh god, that thing's haunting me.
The Subaru. We're going to do some bodywork on the Subaru. I'm going to remove that rust spot. And right by that rust spot, there's a door ding. It's got like 2 small dents. I feel confident enough that I can, you know, putty that up and make it look nice. So I'm going to try to fix that too. And it's in the same area. So if I have Jerry paint it, it's, you know, not going to be any more than what it would be just to paint that small rust spot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What else? Oh, I'm going to go over to this other yard I've never been to before. It's called Hardy's You Get Her. It's basically a copy of Johnny's You Pull It. Price sheet looks identical, and it's like 5 miles from my house. Never been there yet. I heard it's not as big. I'm just hoping they have a Subaru there. It's $2 to get in, just like Johnny's is. You pull the parts yourself, pay cheap prices. I want to try to get that trim piece for that stereo so I can get it put in there right. As of right now, it's just shoved in there, which it's not going to go anywhere, but I want to get that trim piece. And I'll show you what the Subaru looks like right now, too, because I did it last night, and it was really dark. You didn't get to see the carpet. Like, I videoed the carpet, but it was like just looking at the darkness. So, I'll go show you what it looks like. Let me remove this stuff first. I was doing the wiring on the hood. And I got a bunch of junk down here. There's like my toolkits and stuff like that. But you see I got the black fender on there. It's really good shape. The headlight, the grill. This is the piece of the bumper that I had to trim out for it to fit. It was like right inside there. Now the bumper fits. The grill actually fits up good. I like that bumper a lot more. It's a lot sportier looking. I am missing that piece, that grill piece, and I'm gonna see if I can find one today. If I can't, I might just remove that one. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, and I'm still debating whether I want to plastic dip that grill black, because I don't know. Chrome to me looks good on certain applications. But for something sportier, I kind of like the black look. And then it's all going to be painted this color, the brown. It's like a metallic brown. Let me show you the carpet. What do fancy pants look like? Neighbor was talking to me. So I got the Legacy floor mat. The Legacy carpet, which is actually really nice. You can see it's not bad underneath. So, I mean, it's a little cruddy right there. I'm gonna have to get in here and clean that out. But for now, that looks really nice. Really nice. And this is what we're gonna work on today. I don't think it's the whole way through. Feels pretty solid. We're gonna get that rust bug well. Here's the marks I was telling you about. You see there's a dent here and a dent here. Since it's in the same vicinity, and you're probably gonna paint this panel. We're gonna take care of this. We're gonna do a little bit of filler in this. Try to shape it the best I can. I'm gonna have to pull the rest of this trim off here. Okay. But yeah, we gotta go. We're gonna go to the junkyard first before we tackle that. I think a GT front end just looks good on this thing. Mama! Looks sharp. And I had somebody ask me what I do with all of the bent up scrap parts. well, I still need to take the walk out of that. That's the Malibu hatch. And then I have this heaping pile of scrap metal. I'm gonna run to the scrapyard here sometime. I was just waiting until I had a big load. I don't want to just run there with a small load. I am pretty much there now. So maybe next weekend I'll load up the trailer and get rid of all of the scrap metal. Some of it's just junk, it's plastic and carpet and stuff. I'll just run that to a trash bin somewhere. This bumper for the Subaru, since it and the grill are still in decent shape, I'll probably just include them with the sale of the Subaru, because you never know when you'll need a spare bumper. Say that you hit a deer and you damage that bumper. This one's a direct bolt up. You can just put that bumper and grill in and go. So that might entice somebody a little bit more on buying this. I do like this Subaru. I'd love to keep it for myself, which is pretty much like all my purchases, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so off to the hardware store, grab a couple things. I need a tool to work on the flooring in the house here. And then we're going to go to that yard. I'm going to take the cameras with me so you can see it. I don't expect it to be near as nice as Johnny's, but, you know, anything's better than nothing around here, so we'll take it. Before I go, I actually moved my garage and closed it in a little bit more. It's actually really nice. I could work in the rain in that. That's not that bad. I got some carpet to work on. I got a light. It won't be too bad out here at nighttime. I'll definitely be working on it tonight. Well, hopefully I can find this place, because I didn't even look up the address. I know the vicinity around where it's at, and it's not a very big area. There's not a lot of roads to get lost on, so I'm hoping there's a sign along the side of the road. If not, I'll probably have to look it up, but I'm gonna see if I can find it without looking it up. This should be fun. I found it, and you know what? I mean, the yard doesn't look very big, but right here was where it's at. Over this ridge, my buddy lives over there. Well, his parents lived over there. We used to ride dirt bikes, and there was this old macadam road, and we would come over the ridge and hit that macadam road and come back to here, and there's actually a trail that cuts over right there. But we used to come over here all the time on dirt bikes, so I kind of figured this is where it was at. I wonder if he has any cars down there. But yeah, here it is. And also, I'm pretty sure online it said they were open on Saturdays. It is not looking like it's open today. I don't know. I'm gonna check things out here. Maybe that gate over there opens. I don't know. Looked on their Facebook page. Open Saturdays and Sundays 9 to 5. There is nobody here. This place is closed. The yard is small. I didn't even see a Subaru. It's the last time I come here. You're not gonna get any business from me. Baby. So I have to find that Subaru trim piece somewhere else. I'm just gonna wait over time. I might be in Altoona again next weekend or something. It's not a real big deal. As of right now, I'll get it over time. Let's go back and do that body work. Treated myself a little bit at the hardware store and went out and got me a nice work light. Since I'm working out here in this shed half the time, I don't know if I gotta assemble it. Looks like it. Yeah, I gotta assemble it. It's an LED 1500 watt. Let's see how it works. It's not too bad. I mean, you'll be able to tell better at nighttime. It's daytime right now. Should have good light for working back here. what I gotta do now is I gotta switch cameras. I'm gonna upload, well, I just need to take my footage off of this camera because my wife wants to use this camera because she makes fitness videos. So I'm gonna let her use this one. I'm gonna use my old one, the little action camera that I normally use. Just show you which one I use here. I cracked the screen on it yesterday. Not a big deal. It's T5E. I mean, it's just like a GoPro. You can see I cracked it right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right here. This camera works awesome. It's just like a GoPro. It's 115 bucks. This is what I started out using with my original. Well, I started out using my cell phone. The lens is all scratched up on it. I wasn't buying a new cell phone, so I bought this for 115 after watching reviews. This was really good. Then I switched to this Sony Handycam, and I kind of switched back and forth between them because when I'm in the yards, a little camera like this is a lot more convenient than carrying a bigger camera. This one, I have like 5 batteries for, so one goes dead, I can swap it out. I only have 1 battery for this Sony, so I like to use this for my time-lapse footage, and it actually takes really good video. So we're gonna switch over to this. The audio is just a little bit different than the camera I'm using now, so you'll notice a difference. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now is I got some 80 grit sandpaper for my wheel here, and I'm just gonna touch the rust spot with that and try to get down, you know, deep but not too deep. And then I have some 120 and then some 220. Might have to hand sand it a little bit. You don't want to dig through. If there's a little bit of metal left, you want it to be there. But we're gonna work on this rust spot right now. Alright, so it still looks like we have some good metal underneath that rust. It was just under the paint. I'm going to hand sand it and try to get it down to, I got most of it's in most bare metal. I still just need to go over it a little bit. Might even hit it with a wire brush just to dig out any rust that is like pitted or something like that. That way we don't take away too much metal. Yeah, I might take a wire brush to it right here and see if I can't just get it down to bare metal with that. And then we'll hit it with some more sandpaper maybe. Okay, so as you can see, the wire brush did a good job. Got down in there. There's still a good bit of metal left. I got all of the rust out, and then I also scuffed this section here because you got a dent right here and a dent right here. It's hard to see them, but we're gonna try to putty these up, smooth them out. I actually probably need to scuff. I need to scuff a little further out here, just because we want the putty to stick, and I'm not sure how big the dent was now. I can't really tell. I'm gonna have to move the light around. It's hard to see, but I mean, yeah, You can feel it by your hand. That's basically how you do, you know, check them, is just run your hand over them. And you put putty on there, you don't want to feel any transition at all. So I'm gonna sand this just a little bit further out around this one, and then we'll go from there. Alright, all I'm doing right now is it's not really cold out, but it's not ideal temperatures for the putty to dry. All I'm doing right now is I have this lamp shining on it a little closer, which will raise the temperatures of it a little bit. Should help it dry some. But once this gets completely dry, I'm gonna hand sand this. I'm gonna use a block. I need to find a solid piece of foam would be good, or honestly, like oh, what do I want to say? A Scotch-Brite pad foam block that you use for washing dishes would be perfect, and you wrap the sandpaper around it and sand it down. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Yeah, see, I don't want to. It's still kind of soft right now. So we're gonna give it a little bit of time to set up. Alright, so we are now ready to sand. Nice and hard. I gave it plenty of time to dry. I went inside and took care of some business. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hand sand this, and I could not find a Scotch-Brite pad. I found this foam scrubber. It's an old one. I'm going to wrap some sandpaper over it, and then we're going to sand it with that. And I also brought my headlight. This is what I used to use outside all the time. I think my battery is getting kind of dead, but it'll help me see a little bit. Alright, what I'm going to do to it now is, I got it sanded down pretty good. It's pretty smooth. There's just some very small pitting. I got some primer and finishing primer, whatnot. I'm going to tape off areas that don't need the primer, and I'm going to put a nice coat of primer on this, and we'll go from there. I'll have to sand it down a little bit more then, but yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Well, thank God I set these tarps up and stuff and put these walls up, because it is like actually getting a little bit windy and it's blocked all the wind. Anyway, I didn't video all of it. I put a good probably 3 or 4 coats on that to make it thick. Especially I had a small pitted area where the rust was. I probably should have put a little bit of glazing putty on it and then went from there, but I think I got enough primer on there now that when I sand it down, it's going to be smooth. So hopefully that'll look good. I just gonna have to be careful I don't sand through down to the metal. Anyway, but yeah, looks pretty decent. I mean, it's not it's not professional, but I mean, for me, it's professional. So I don't know if I got too much light on this thing here. Let me move this away. You see, it looks pretty decent. I got rid of the dents. I tried to keep the body line right there, and you can see it's still there. Up here, I think where I did, trying to get an angle on it, where yeah, the putty kind of raises a little bit there. It wasn't perfect. I thought it was, but like I said, I'm no professional body guy. I think it's still going to look decent. So there's not very much putty in there. Anyway, I gotta get the sand into this, and we'll see how that turns out when I'm done. well, I smoothed out that one spot, but in the process I did sand through the bare metal again. So I am gonna have to go over this with another coat of primer. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the primer on, and then I'll leave the rest for Jerry to do, sanding it down and stuff. But it should be smooth enough. He should just have to scuff it afterwards for the paint. I don't even know if he needs to do that. But I mean, it feels really smooth. Like, I did a decent job. I probably could have did better. But, you know, second time doing body work. So, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. So, we're going to go ahead and get that done. So anyway, let's see where we're at. I'm gonna leave it like this. Gary can do the rest of it, but I'm gonna call it quits for today on this. I didn't get to go to the gym last night. It was too late till I got edited. I just didn't feel like going, so I'm gonna do it today. Tomorrow I might take this down to my dad's garage and get it up in the air so I can get underneath, because it has an exhaust rattle that I want to figure out what it is. And that's the only issue on this thing, the exhaust rattle. That, and I still need that dash trim piece, but I can get it later. So if you want to connect with me on Facebook, go to www.facebook.com/reconstructables/. Check out my Snapchat. Emblem's going to be here somewhere. And as always, like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next one.